This male Cooper's hawk is about to have his meal stolen. That's a big female that comes in, pounds him in the chest, knocks him off, takes the dove, and hops down to finish the meal for herself here. So she pops down onto a big log that I'll show you later here to kind of start and show you some context here. This is the beginning of what happened. It started about 10:30 in the morning. This male flies in with this dove that he's caught. There's quite a few doves around and they feed on them commonly here. We had Dr. Kevin McGowan at the Cornell Lab of Ornithology take a look at this video and kind of help interpret for us what's going on in it. Was it a friendly, mate and mate encounter here, or was it hostile, or what? And Dr. McGowan thinks pretty clearly that this was a hostile encounter. It was not during courting or mating season. This was during January. And it's in a place also that is not a typical handoff spot. There goes a bit of projectile poop going out. But the male here has caught this dove and plucks it and starts into eating it. And Dr. McGowan told us that you can tell that this is a male by the size comparison, and by the plumage you can see that it's not really a juvenile, it's an adult male. The eye color is yellow in it, which would probably indicate that it's not a full adult, that by about age 5 years they would redden up their eyes to a deep red. And although the female who comes in ultimately and takes the dove has a deeper orange eye, hers are still not totally red. Right there we're getting a great show of the tail feathers and a mantling behavior, which is this male is guarding and protecting the prey here, the meal, from other birds who are looking interested. And there he almost lost it off the side. You can kind of get an idea of this is a big old meal. This whole video here, start to finish, takes about 5 hours. This male caught the dove at about 10:30 in the morning and then plucks it, starts eating it, as I was saying, and it goes on into the early afternoon. And then ultimately we're about to get to the part where this female comes in and raids it in a very aggressive, hostile manner. Here in just a second you'll see that the male here starts seeing and getting suspicious that, okay, this female means business, here we go. Comes in, knocks him backwards, and here in slow motion you can get a good idea of just how forceful this is, that it's a full-on chest slam, pretty much knocks the male back into a tree. Here's another angle on it, slightly different angle. We were filming with 2 cameras simultaneously here, and even though we've never seen hawks in here in this area before, we do routinely see other wildlife, foxes, raccoons, ringtails, screech owls in here. And so we're pretty well set up and kind of cameraed up in this area. So there comes that female. So this is now the female who has hopped down onto a log that's just behind the stump that's there in the center of or I'll say in front of the stump that's in the center of the picture, and proceeds to, again, looks hungry, going after it, and tearing off some pretty big pieces, some of which she decided were a bit almost too big to handle, and had a little bit of difficulty swallowing them, but goes ahead and pretty much gulps them. One of the other interesting things that Dr. McGowan pointed out to us is that during nesting season, the male and the female may have a handoff spot, so to speak, for meals where they'll kind of meet up away from the nest, and the male will do most of the hunting and providing while the female is tending the nest. But he thought this is probably not what's going on here, just given the hostility and aggressive nature of the encounter, that's probably not what's happening. Also, it's a bit too early in the year to have that type of behavior going on. And we think that around here the hawks would be nesting and raising young later than that. Well, here you see the little white skirts down at the bottom here, and gives you some sense of the softness of the feathers that are not involved in flight and are more for keeping the legs and feet warm, because they can pull a leg up under there. So once again, I just want to thank Dr. McGowan for helping to steer us in the right direction, and hope you enjoyed the video. There goes the bird, and here's one last angle on it to see the takeoff and completely empty log there. The meal has been fully consumed.